Every photographer's account looks the exact same. The same tips and tricks that used to work back in 2023 or 2024. Let's get straight into why. Photographers' accounts right now look the exact same and they sound like the exact same voice from this other person. When I started doing photography content, I literally did what everybody else was doing. So anything that Peter McKinnon and North Borders were doing, I'll do the exact same thing as that, except they are way more ahead of me. But the thing I was doing was mainly making presets, and I was also doing tips and tricks, because obviously that would give me a bit of help. But then I started to make those tips and tricks into more of a lesson, so that's why I went away from tips and tricks, because they just do not work really anymore, so more into lessons. And then with the presets and stuff, I even made Batman theme presets, after making the summer awesome, and I went to winter and then spring. I made those two, winter and spring, into more Batman theme, because that's what I was really interested in. And so I even made those just to make them feel more different rather than going with the wintry stuff. And so what I'm seeing now is the exact same AI pasted script every single time I'm watching a photographer's content or anyone else's these days. It just doesn't feel like there's a soul in there, and it just feels like everybody else is trying to copy this trend or copy this trend or copy this AI system or strategy. It just doesn't feel like human connectedly. It just doesn't feel like a human actually writing it. It just feels like a robotic. It's just annoying. And that's what I used to do. Don't get me wrong, I like using AI, but I don't want to use it for scripting and all that all the time. And so it's just another thing that I really want to get off my chest at the moment. But also another thing was that I was putting out content that was looking like everybody else. And so when I noticed that pattern, I was like, this is not really that good. And then that's when I noticed that I can actually talk about different things like my autism, but how I like Batman and how that mixes in with my photography, but also talking about certain different things that I particularly like. I like, not what everybody else is liking and all that and all those other people, because they're not me. So I can do what I would like to post and also what I would like to think that most people would be interested in terms of what to know about me and also my photography and all sorts. But when I noticed that I can be a bit different more than others, that's when I noticed, yes, I'll go through this route. And then that's when I noticed that, my views can go up and down, but I don't really care much about views at this point. I rather have the right followers to actually know about me and actually trust me, and then that way they can either want my stuff that I'm going to be promoting or making, or either they just want to just follow along for the journey, which is completely fine. It's up to them. I'm not going to try and force them and hand force them into going through sales calls and all those type of things. But when I notice about these people copying others is that they always have the exact same format. They always have the exact same advice, which is the reinventing the wheel that I talked about earlier, but then also the exact same just word for word or the exact same B-roll content and just anything that looks the exact same as this person. And then what works for this person, it might work for me. It's it doesn't, because it would be it just looks the exact same. It just looks like you're trying to copy each other. And then that's when I notice it's exactly like in school when you're handing out for a test and you've copied your friend's work because it's I need to get this done because I didn't do it, so therefore I'm going to go copy this person because I need to get it done quickly. And then the teacher will notice that, hey, you've copied this person because I can tell it's the exact same words and the exact same answer. And that's called plagiarism. Everybody these days is just doing that, which is annoying. And especially with AI, and especially with just going can you make this into this and this? And then it's gives you that, and then it just sounds like a robotic thing, and it doesn't sound like there's even a soul in there at all. Yeah, it just doesn't sound right at all. But the one thing that I'm seeing right now is that you can't tell each other apart. If I'm actively looking at someone else's account and then going through their reels and they've got the exact same thing and just reinventing the exact same person as this person, it's just, you can't really tell apart. Besides just talking about the same thing and then having the exact same advice, it just doesn't work. like that, and then you can tell when people go like, oh, I don't really trust this person. And that's what most photographers get wrong about personal branding these days. They think having a nice logo, having a nice color palette, having nice photos is the right way to go. Yes, having nice photos is great, and that tells you that you can actually take photos, actually make them look nice, but it doesn't tell a story about who you are and why you take those particular photos at all. A real personal brand, if you watch others, will actually tell you that they actually have a soul for one, they actually really like it in terms of what they're doing, and three, they've actually given out their story, and then that way they've actually given out a reason why people should actually relate to them, as to why they should actually, trust you at all. Because if you're just out there just taking photos, posting photos, but there's nothing of you, then why should people be hiring you as a photographer at all? And that's what I've been doing with my other account as well on Instagram, actually showcasing myself and actually showcasing who I am, and I'm actually speaking about food and beverages and all sorts. That's what I'm doing in terms of my other account. But with personal branding, you must show yourself. You have to showcase yourself. Sure, there's a lot of faceless accounts that's making money and also providing views and all sorts, but they don't have a soul in them, and that's the hard thing. They don't want to showcase their face or showcase who they are and why they really like photography. Because there's two things that can literally be helpful for you. One, the skill that you are will get you chosen, but the second one is actually showcasing who you are and why you're into photography will also be another thing, and also knowing that you can actually provide an outcome as well in terms of personal branding, photography, videography, whatever you want to be doing. At the moment for me, when I shifted my content in towards more doing Batman content and actually taking photos looking like Batman movies, looking like how I visualize each villain, if they're taking photos or whatnot, I actually make them into a theme preset and actually giving it a bit of a soul, and then I tell them as to why I like Batman, as to why I like this certain villain, as to why I've all of a sudden had this obsession into Batman, and that's actually given me more obsession into my own photography, which is strange to say, but it is actually very true. The other thing was that I've actually talked about my autism and how it gives me creativity, and that's when people actually go like, oh, I actually really like this guy because he's actually showcasing as to why he's being different and actually showcasing some things like insecurities like about my autism and how alcohol affected my photography at some point, about how I was not even being content creation at all in 2021 and 2022, and then I started to go into that, actually showcasing my story as to how I went from this to this person. It's just all about showcasing the highs and the lows of yourself into social media. Sure, that is very scary. I can understand why you would think that. But when you share those little things, you don't know if people are going to relate to you or not. But if you don't post it, then people aren't going to know about you, and then they're going to go like, why should I trust this person? And why should I really hire this person? Yes, of course, not going to hire you because you have autism and all that, but that gives you more proof that you are actually a human and you actually want to help them out. And actually gives you more of an advantage. But people started to say to me a lot, but like, you hit like the pain point, and you've actually made me want to create content for myself, which is what I want to do. Inspire people to get into photography or content creation or just social media in general, because there's a massive pathway into this now. Massive pathway, and you can just post videos about your story and what you want to do and your interest, because that's what we should all be doing, at least posting 100 videos for the year of ourselves and actually trying to, showcase it. And then one day when we're older and whatnot, and we can't really do what we can do in our 20s or 30s, we can actually showcase it towards our children, go like, oh, this is what I was doing in my spare time. This is what I was doing, and this is who I was in my 20s. That's probably like the main thing I've been wanting to do these days, is just showcasing who I am, because I have a girlfriend, and then if we have children of our own, this is quite cool to share because it's myself and it's in my 20s. But with the photography business side of things, for me, because I'm still running a photography business, I'm still figuring things out. And then that's why also I'm not showcasing more lessons about me, about the photography business side of things, because I'm not into the full time yet. So that's why I'm not sharing a lot of my lessons, but I will still document it, of course. But when I have that experience of being full time, that then I will showcase my lessons and all that, because I don't really want to be doing that, because I don't really want to give out business advice when I'm not, fully into that. It's kind of like learning off a uni teacher about business, but they never run a fully business for themselves. It's kind of like that, so I don't want to be like that anyways. But the one thing that I'll tell you right now is that I am showing you and telling you this as a human being and not as a guru or an expert or anything like that. Sure, I'm a bit of an expert in photography, but I'm still a human being. But as I was saying about the personal branding thing, all you need to do in terms of building your reels and posts is about your story. Is about your story and who you are, what you want to do, your interests. That's what we said earlier about your interests. You want to build upon those things and build upon a skill, but also give out like a bit of a series as well. You want to build up a series in terms of like, this is like 90 days to build a photography business or something like that, to actually showcase like you don't have it all figured out, and then that way you can actually showcase a bit of like a character into you. And that way people actually get to see who you are and what you want to do and what you want to achieve. Because that's when people start to follow you the most. Is that when there's something up for grabs and there's something that you want to be able to achieve, people want to, cheer you on, and then some people want to go like, oh, this actually looks a bit too much for you. But that's when you prove them wrong. And the second thing is your opinions and what you like about photography, what you do not like about photographers or photography. Like I never want to be the person that talks down into other photographers, because I'm never that type of person. Because why should we downplay somebody else's like skill and why they should be not doing it? And also it's just a bit, I feel like it's a bit stupid to downplay on someone and prey on their downfall. It just feels really negative. I don't know why most people want to be doing that these days, which is, I think it's nuts. And like building upon your opinions, and then also showcasing all of your photography with like a POV gear or a little like GoPro on your head or something like that, and actually showcasing your personality towards clientele or people and all sorts, and actually showcasing the ideas in your head. That's what I used to do, and just roll around the city and just taking photos and talking out loud. And some people find it weird, but I find it really fun. Sure, at first it was very scary, but that's okay. That's completely fine. It's completely fine. But that's the second thing. And the third thing is that your voice and how you talk and how you actually, showcase who you are, and also showcasing how you talk to other people, and also your body language as well, and like the way you show up as a person and how you talk up. But also the things that make you you. For me, it was Batman and my autism and how I was, growing up. I was very creative and also making YouTube videos, and I was talking a lot about making, Minecraft videos, I don't know, like FIFA videos, and I was making all these kind of things, and actually showcasing who you are beforehand. That's like the other thing, is your voice as well. Like you can use your voice and voiceovers and all sorts, and that's how you can create that type of content that's wholesome, and that way people can actually go like, I really like this person, and some people go like, I really like how you do these voiceovers and the way you use your tone of voice as well. And that way you actually are telling a story and also showing a story as well. Now, this is probably the video that my younger self would probably like to hear the most and probably watch the most, is that you don't have to have all the camera settings and all this other things figure out all at once. Like, and all the personal branding, social media stuff all figure out, because I'm still figuring this stuff out. Like, I'm not even full-time into this, but I am still showing up as if I am full-time into this. And the one thing that I would like to give out to most like people who are starting out in social media or just content creation, try to make it more enjoyable for yourself and more easier for yourself to actually do, rather than this big production burden. Like, the only thing right now for me, I have one light literally right now, and I have a camera and a tripod. It could be the most easiest setup in the world. And also you can use your phone. You can use your phone to record and have natural light. But also it's not about the which preset packs to buy or tips and tricks and all those kind of things. Like, those things can work to a certain point, but it's more about consuming those type of things and actually putting it into action. That's what I was not doing, was consuming all the tips and tricks from Peter McKidd and North Borders and not putting it into action. I could watch it all day and then go like, I feel like I didn't really learn much, but I should have actually learned from that and then go ahead and actually take action with that. That's the other thing that most people do. They consume but without taking action. So if you are one of those people who consume but never really take action, today is the day that you should be taking action. Because every single day that you are living on this earth is a gift. Is a gift right now. And that makes you. Okay, there was a quote that I got from my grandma yesterday. Every day is a gift. and you should be more present than ever. And that's a gift. Every single day is a gift for you to be able to, make a beautiful future for yourself, and make a future for yourself that will actually make you more prouder. Never looking back at the past, because that's the past. That's why we leave it. Sometimes we can have a look at it and go, oh, we should have done this and that, but that's completely fine. But just don't dwell on it. Just every day is a massive gift for you to either, build yourself up, make yourself happy, or make yourself into someone that you want to be able to be one day for your girlfriend, or be someone to provide care for your parents, or be able to have work for yourself and all sorts. And that's the one thing that I'm still trying to get into my head, is that every single day is a gift. Because today I woke up at like 10:30 to 11:30, and I was like, oh, the day's over, but I'm still going to get things done. I'm still going to have to get things done before I go off to do casual work tonight. So, if that's one thing that you should take away from this video, is that every single day is a gift, and you should never let it be a burden or a bad day at all. Sure, we have bad days and all sorts, but those bad days are lessons for you to go, okay, that's a bad day for me, let's make tomorrow an even better day. Okay, so, and also another thing as well, I do have an email course, and if you do want help in terms of making it into more of like a photography, if you do want help with your photography, of course, I do have an email course which has 28 lessons and 28 ways to be able to make photography into more of a habit, and then you can eventually build a habit into either a hobby or a business. It's up to you either way. But I just wanted to share that, because these 28 ways and lessons are literally one of the things that I'm literally recording right now. So this is one of the lessons out of the 27. So yeah, so if you do enjoy this video, please give it a like and subscribe. And yeah, just gonna say this again, every single day is a gift, and that gift is you building a future for yourself. So have a good day.